I'll say this a little bit though too, because I was talking with my buddy that I went to the 3M Open with, and I think this is kind of the same realm that we're talking about, because I was thinking about getting that Stilly deck like ticket for like $140, and then I was like, nah, because he's not doing that, and like general admission was like 64 or something like that for the Saturday. But by the time we were done with the drinks, I mean, we were drinking like, Telmar Dew, and we were drinking Stillies, and we were drinking, beers, or I was drinking beers. But like when it was all said and done, I was like, just go there, get the free Stillies for the $140. Just, you go grab one, walk away, come back, grab another one. It's like, that's so much better off of a deal for a guy like me, because I'm a bit of a lush. I'm not drinking tonight. I just have water tonight, as you might fucking think it is. Ha 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 ha. But
Jesus, hold on.
It's I think that's just the thing. And it's weird because I went out there on the website after you mentioned it. I couldn't see anything like that. So I don't know if it's
for what now?
The drink package out there.
It might not be on the website yet, but it came to us in email today.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Because we can't buy them yet. I don't think they just finally announced the price for it.
I see. That's how they get you.
That is how they get you. I don't know why, but I can never remember my logins for Sixth Man. Should probably be brushing up on that. We're going to be using this stuff a lot in the next month and a half.
So, like, what do they add, I guess, as we get closer?
Well, hang on. I'm still trying to log in so I can see where we are on the boat. I should post this in the group cruiser. Oh, now I got to set up a new password. We're going to... Oh, jeez. I can't type, dude. Are you talking guest-wise or just things that we have to pay for?
Yeah, like the extra packages. Obviously, if this is like a drink package and stuff, what's some of the other stuff? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't know why, but sometimes I don't see all of my emails come through, which is kind of fucking annoying. Especially from Gmail.
We are on the 9th floor, I believe.
Okay. Is that good, bad, or otherwise?
Good question. Let me pull the Jericho Cruise thing back up.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Are you?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I should turn this off every fucking time, but...
Was it Fink?
Yeah, it was. How did you know?
Well, because every time that rings on a Tuesday, I always think he's calling you about either next month or 2 months away. And I got to hit that guy up because I saw the Peak Entertainment van at the Ponds golf course up in St. Francis. Yeah. And I couldn't stick around because I didn't drive up there. I couldn't stick around to like hang out and talk to him after his round. But he's just like, yeah, send me the avails. I'm like, that's the whole thing, man. Like, you have kind of weird booking styles, man. Like, you never hit me up until last minute when he has hit me up. And it's always because somebody else falls out. And I'm like, I can't wait till last minute, man.
Yeah, I know. Just send him a note. He's got there's one person watching, and it might be one of us. He's got I think January 10th, and I can't do it because I'll be up. Well, you guys are going to be on the boat, aren't you?
January 10th? No, we're not.
Oh no, that's right.
In the month.
January 10th, he's got something. I don't know where the fuck it is. But I'll be in. I'm in Las Vegas that week. So
yeah, that's also a Wednesday.
It is.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I don't. He said that he's got one on the 10th I can't do, and one on the 17th.
Yeah, the 10th and the 17th are both Wednesdays.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. No, I'm not kidding you. That's actually what I'm saying is January 10th.
I understand you're not. I understand that you're not kidding me.
January 17th is also a Wednesday. Now, are you thinking like the 13th and the 20th?
No.
Or the 20th and the 27th? Do I sound different to you guys? I'm feeling like I'm sounding different.
You sound a little weird. No, I'm kidding. It
Well,
sounds fine to me.
sounds normal to me.
Jesus Christ, where the fuck did he send it?
Welcome everybody
I'm
to
sorry.
Three Guys on Their Phones.
Sorry, February 10th. Fuck.
Well, see, I could do the 10th and the 17th of February. I already got the 3rd right now in Chippewa Falls. So, actually, right now I don't have really anything on the books for February. Like, here's the thing. It sucks because I was like, man, like it's gonna be a busy week there, like leading into the cruise. But the Saturday before, I'm in La Crosse. Then the cruise weekend, and then the following weekend we get back, I'm in Chippewa Falls. Like, God, I'm just gonna want some time at home, man. But I'm kind of mad because I told Fink directly, man, when I did that Elk River show with you, guest spotting up there. I was like, dude, I grew up in this area, man. This is where I went to school. I grew up in Ramsey, and he has a show in Ramsey. He's like, how do you not book the first guy you know from Ramsey, dude?
I don't know. He's weird. You already know that.
I mean, I like the guy, but it's part of
I
the
just
deal,
do.
man.
His booking. When he does shit with booking, he knows what he likes,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just sticks with it. I mean, he's told me he gets all sorts of crap from people because he uses Poulos, me, and Randy all the time, and he says, "I like that show. I'm going to use it if I want to."
I mean, 2 out of 3 of those guys, I don't mind. I mean, 3 of those guys are really good. That's what I meant to say. But honestly, that's one of those lineups though too. Like, if Mark's gonna close almost every time, but if he's really not feeling it, you could always close and he could feature or whatever. Or if he decides I got 30 minutes, I'm all just working on. Let me just do that 30, and or you could host and Randy features or whatever. I mean, honestly, like it's so interchangeable as far as all that stuff goes. He just book you guys at here's the rate for 3 people. Go out there, have fun. You guys split up between the 3 of you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
What up, Tina? Welcome to the early show. Actually, I guess now we just regularly started.
Yeah, now it's time.
Oh, okay.
But welcome to the show. Let's see what's happening in the wrestling world.
Tina, how was things at the Winter Brawl? I saw some of your pictures. Looked like you had a great time.
Oh, you made it out to Kenosha, huh?
Kenosha.
Kenwa? No, sorry, that's something else.
See, that was the thing. I was, if Absolute didn't have to reschedule, I would have been, or if I would have been a little more prepared for the rescheduling, I would have been willing to go out there, but maybe next year.
Yeah, they do it every year. I got a lot of family like right down there. Like all my cousins are right there between Kenosha and like Racine and shit.
Were they nervous when all that crap was going on over there? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ace doesn't know world news, man. And by world news, I mean
they don't.
Eastern Wisconsin.
I remember doing a show over there, and then trying to figure out because I was there for 2 nights, and just trying to figure out whether I had been anywhere near any place that any of that was happening.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was in Waukesha, not Kenosha.
Oh, there you go.
I was wondering about that too, because I was like, I would have feel like I would have known if it was in Kenosha, because that is where like family is.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Tom, you had asked. We are on deck 9, so in relation of the boat, the lowest deck we can get to is 4.
Do you have a diagram?
Oh yeah, you want me to share this?
I would like it if you shared it, because Tina probably would like to know where you guys are staying. I would like to know where you're staying.
You can't know, JR. That's why
I can't go. I want to see it.
Father Christmas wants to see where we're at.
The pearl.
So this is where we're at. Right there. Good old deck 9er.
Does it have an X on where you guys are?
No. Can you see the mouse?
That's
where. Yes. a little bit.
That's where we're at. So not far from elevators and stairs. So that's
Here, put it on there again.
like
Look
right
at
around
us
here.
being all fucking top shelf. Ha ha. All right. Well, not quite like top
Not
shelf.
quite,
but-
yeah.
yeah.
But here's the deal: we're in a good spot though, because we're kind of in the middle of everything. Because if you go down, like I think 4 and 5 are definitely just rooms. Maybe, yeah, just rooms. I think the same with 6. Or no, 6 has the theater and the casino.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And that would also be, I think, the cigar bar. Magnums, they do shows in here. In Magnums, it's a stage.
Okay.
Let's see. These are the maltine shakes. I think it's like a whiskey bar is on the French restaurant, the dining room, and then the Summer Palace main dining room, which low key, everyone, when you get on the boat, because here's the deal, Tom. When we get on, everybody's going to get on, but none of us are going to have our fucking rooms yet. And you don't
Right.
get your rooms for a good while, depending when you board the boat. So, what I did last time, because the first time, obviously, everyone's hungry. It's a little bit of a process. You go through first of all, you wait in line for fucking ever just to get up to the thing to check in. And then once you check in, you go back and wait, and then you got to wait for them to call your boarding group. Then when they call your boarding group, then you get in line to actually board the ship. And usually we'll leave our like luggage out front, and they have people from the cruise line that will take them. We'll have to put like these tags on our bag to make sure it gets on the right boat, and then they just bring it to our room later. So like if you have like a backpack or something with some stuff, if you're going to need it right away, I would say do that. But everyone goes to the pool deck. They all go to the buffet, and they go like to the back of the pool deck where the outdoor buffet thing is, which I think it's just still one long buffet. So that's where like everyone goes. Me and Devin went to this main dining room because it's also included. And we had ourselves a nice fancy lunch, and it was empty. And
Oh shit!
And you can get like the whole menu. It's everything. You can get whatever you want. You want 3 entrees? Get 3 fucking entrees, bro.
That might be the thing. By the time we get down there, and get on the actual ship, man, like that might be the thing. Like, dude.
And we sat right in the back, right on the window, watching all the water on the ship behind us. Yeah, man, it's cool.
So when you leave, do you wave and throw streamers to everybody down there, the well wishers, like on Love Boat?
No,
I flip them off and say, "Get the fuck out the goddamn port, motherfuckers! Top shelf for life."
half of the people on that boat don't know what the Love Boat is, JR.
Yeah, I know that.
The love. Actually, this might be the only show on Twitch where all 3 of us would know what the fucking Love Boat is.
Yeah, no, they do a toast. It's a toast, and then they like blow the horn, and we leave. And then Fozzy plays like right away.
Oh wow!
Yeah, get familiar with Fozzy music if you're not already, bud.
I know Judas well enough.
You're gonna hear it like 5 times.
They want to get it out of the way. Is that what you're saying? So they can party?
Yeah. Well, no, they still party, bro.
Oh yeah, I know. Rock and roll. I know.
Well, just not. I mean, like Jericho's. I guess I wasn't on the last one or 2 to say, but the first 2, he was drunk walking around the whole boat. Like, anytime he was on, he was just fucking. He was just drunk.
Rapture, P-Sure, yes sir. Good to see you. Thanks for coming
in. So yeah.
See, Tina knows the Love Boat too.
We're in a good spot, Tom. Because what's up?
So Tom, will you be using Tinder on the boat?
I heard there's no reception really. Basically, as soon as you get away from the fucking port, you got like nothing until you get to the next port.
Yeah, dude, you're not gonna have anything. They did do a Love Boat reboot. Yeah, they did recently, I think, actually.
Tanked.
Yeah, dude. As soon as we start pulling out of Miami, dude, you lose the phone, and then it's gone till we're back, basically. And you can pay for their Wi-Fi packages, but like, dude, Wi-Fi's on cruises are just shit. Like they just don't really work well. Like anyone you'll ever ask who's gotten it, they're like, it's not worth the money because you got to pay like money to get the internet on the boat. So really, it's kind of nice, man. Except for everyone on the boat, you're pretty disconnected from the outside life.
That's gonna be fine for me. Outside like emergencies and shit like that, like I don't need to hear from anybody. I don't need to hear from work. I don't need to hear from my brother or sister-in-law. I love them to death, but yeah, like I'm gonna be on a boat in the Gulf of Mexico.
It's vacation time. It's business time.
Getting burnt.
Yeah, no shit. So this has been my. We'll get back to our deck tour in a moment for
Oh yeah.
whoever's here, but that was my thing with the plane tickets, JR. I told Tom I bought my plane tickets this week for the
Uh-huh.
trip, and like him and Devin, they're flying Delta, which cool, great, but I'm not money bags over here. That's some fancy shit. Okay, that's fancy. So I'm like, dude, I fly, and any time I go to Florida from Minnesota, I'm flying Sun Country because it's cheap and it's not a bad flight. I don't mind them.
Sun Country's okay as long as you're not on Spirit or Southwest. I'll be honest with you, man. I rode Southwest the last time when I had to go out to San Diego. Southwest sucks.
Really, I've always had good experiences on
I mean,
Southwest.
it gets there and everything, but it's just like I don't like the whole stand in line and here's where you're boarding. It's like
Yeah, but you know what I do? I just pay like the $20 and get the early bird check-in, so I'm just automatically in the first boarding group, and then
I got that, but I can't do it because it's company. If I was flying on my own, I would do it.
Yeah. Anyways, though, so I go looking for my flight. Spirit is trash. That's the word. It's like plastic. It's like they basically bolted down outdoor patio plastic furniture in a plane.
Well, there is one thing that they're better at than Sun Country. Not anything, but this one thing is that the first 2 rows, if you want to pay extra, is the big comfy chairs.
Mm.
So they technically have a first class. They can't call it first class because it's still Spirit Airlines and it's a trash can in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
But I also will say this: any airline that charges you for carry-on should rightfully go fuck themselves. All right. So Sun Country, Spirit, whoever else does it, man, like you all need to know fucking better. You're not a good company if that's your fucking plan.
This is true. Yeah, 100%. So the thing with Sun Country is they're not flying home on the day we're flying. There's no flights for Sun Country on Tuesday. So, and that day we get off the boat is Tuesday. So I'm like, shit.
You got to hang?
So no, I ended up just getting because the thing is, I could have went American and had a decently priced ticket round trip, probably still be like $250 to $300, which whatever. But the problem is all the American airline flights to Miami were getting me there at like 10 fucking o'clock at night. Now, which if it was just like me and the kid going like we usually have, and we know we're going to just go straight to the hotel that we're staying at that night, go to Walgreens to get our boat supplies shit, and then, you know, basically chill, eat, and then go to bed and get up for the cruise. Because we knew we would have to catch the shuttle. We would always have like an arranged shuttle, shit like that. So this time, though, we're staying, I guess, in South Beach. We're staying with other friends that have been on the, in the chat here, people that I've known from the first 2 cruises and some other things. You guys have met both of them over time. A few of these people in this group, actually. Erica and Jason like to pop in here from time to time. God, I can't remember bunch of them though. And then so like we're all staying at the same place, so everybody can kind of hang out that first night. So if I get there at 10, get off the fucking plane, get my Uber or Lyft, because these clowns aren't going to wait like 6 hours at the airport for me, and I wouldn't expect them to. So by the time I get all that shit, get from the airport to South Beach, get to the hotel, then know it's already close to 11, knowing still got to go to Walgreens to get the stuff for the boat the next day. It's like I just missed out on the whole point of why we're all staying at the same hotel. I don't get to have any fun with the whole group. I missed one whole night where Tom and Devin, well, really just Tom, will get to hang out with everybody and have a good time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I have to wait till, I mean, I'll see everybody, but like, you know what I mean? I miss a good portion. Plus, like, I don't want to fly in and go straight to bed and then get on the boat. Like, it'd be nice to have a little time and enjoy South Beach. Devin's never been to South Beach. We've never made our way to South Beach when we go for this. Like, I've been there before a few times. When we did Ragnar there, dude, the finish line was on the fucking beach. So people had to listen to me on a microphone for 7-8 hours that day on South Beach. I felt bad for all of them. Yeah. But we also saw like 6 people get arrested for drug busts and shit on the beach. It was great. This is the Jericho cruise. So yeah, So that'll be cool for Devin because he wanted to go see it the first time we were gonna go see it, and dude, the first cruise, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I got smashed the last night. But we didn't leave that day; we stayed that night and left the next day. So we stayed at the Holiday Inn right by the port, downtown Miami, right like Biscayne Boulevard, right by like American Airlines Arena, where the Heat play, right by Biscayne Bay Market, which is like a dope outdoor little mall, right on the water. We got early check-in. I told him, I'm gonna take a nap, kid. We'll head down and you can go see the beach and all the the famous whatever, not skyline, but you know what I mean, the strip, I guess you call it, that you see and everything when people talk Miami.
Collins Avenue, all of that shit.
Yeah. Dude, I laid down and I think I woke up at like 6 o'clock and was like, oh shit. Well, let's go get dinner and then come back because I'm really tired still. Like, we didn't do shit. I felt bad. But
so here's things that you should do when you're down there if you have enough time. You should go and bet on the highlight because that's the best.
Bet on the what?
Highlight. Do you know what that is?
Highlight?
Yeah.
The game?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that located down there in South Beach?
All fucking over the place. There's highlight all over Florida, South Florida.
All right. Well, that's good to know. The fastest sport on earth is what they fucking call it.
It is crazy. Yes. And fun. And Tom, so are you and Devin on the same flight?
I think so. When we talked last about it, I think we're on the same Delta flight down and the same flight back. So,
and he's sitting one seat in front of you, I guess.
Yeah, I think I think the flight down. He's
first of all, yeah, Metronome. Of course we are. Big Willie style. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, they're not top shelf rats if they're getting last minute tickets. I mean, we got our tickets as soon as we could. I mean, that's why we're living that top shelf life with the balcony and
I for some reason forgot this thing sold out. And then after I read that it sold out, I was like, oh, I do remember, like, we must have gotten like the last fucking balcony room in the entire cruise. We had to.
You were like refreshing.
We were all looking. None of it. It was all just interior. And I was like, fuck that. I don't want to do interior with 3 of us. It was enough with just the kid. Because you feel like, no, there's no world. There's no windows or anything. Like, it sucks.
Yeah.
So it's just like refresh. Like, we were literally like giving up. You left. You were in town and you came to my apartment.
Yeah, I had to do that show in Iota. I was picking up a mic for the next weekend.
Yeah, and you were like, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Yep.
We're not gonna get a balcony room. And like right after Tom walked out, I fucking hit it and one popped up.
Don't ask Ace this kind of question, Mike. You can't be doing that to me.
We already asked Tom if he was going to use Tinder on the boat, and it's just not impossible.
I'm not on Tinder. Okay.
Why not?
Dude, all of these dating apps are just nothing but it's insanity, dude. Like, all it is just an exercise in redundancy. It's the same thing. You might match with somebody, all of a sudden you start talking, and all of a sudden just nothing. Or you throw something out there, a compliment or whatever, you get nothing back. Or you send a like, nothing back. So, and it's even the same thing. Like, and it's the biggest thing. There's a line in Seinfeld from George Costanza, and I'll say it till the day I die, is that the women who like me, I don't like, and the women I like don't like me. So it's the same fucking thing over and over. I can't tell you how many times I've seen the same woman either on Match, Bumble, Hinge, Facebook dating, OkCupid back in the day when I was on that garbage site. Which, by the way, if you are on OkCupid, either you live in a trailer park or you are on meth 24/7. Like, I don't care.
Plenty of fish,
and it could be both of them. Yeah, Plenty of Fish is also a garbage site, at least around the Twin Cities area. Okay,
so here's what I do. Right, I stupidly every once in a while I'll have this. Maybe if I just spent a little. If I went ahead and spent some money, there you go.
Love. First of all, that makes me sound like a prostitute, which
kind of are.
Yeah.
But so what I like to do is, like, because I don't know about you, Tom, I can tell when they're fake. I mean, it's super easy.
Oh, the profiles? Yeah. Hinge especially. They're so obvious.
So what I like to do is like when I get a message, I mean, unless I'm like, oh well, this might be somebody real, which is it's not. I like to send back. So what's your native country and first language? And then I receive nothing back. Which
Well, so, yeah, it's really the thing with Hinge is you see they'll have a it's a question, it's a prompt, to try and get people to interact and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's where Rapture Gnome, like a top shelf compliment is not necessarily a compliment, but I'm trying to gauge. So if they say like, I guess it's like Match has my favorite comedian, right? So a lot of times I'll just go out there, but like it should be me, ha ha ha. Like it's a joke. Obviously, I'm just trying to loosen it up. They don't know who the F I am. I don't know why I'm not swearing tonight, but they don't know who the fuck I am.
Just in case any of your rats happen to be watching.
Listen, if there's top shelf rats out there, I don't want them. Like, right? If they're really into this guy,
Mike,
whatever.
you have to come with us to like Algona or Fort Dodge. That's where they hang.
So here's the thing with every time we do Algona, like it's a shit drive, it's a shit little town. But we went to that bar for Shanky's birthday last year. Like that bar seemed cool. It seems like everybody who's single goes to this one bar in Algona. And if we were staying in town in Waterloo, first of all, we know where we could go in Waterloo to find something for the night if we're really interested in that life, if you will. But yeah, man, like some of these towns though, dude, like where are we gonna go? Like when we do Knoxville with Madhouse, where the fuck are you gonna go in Knoxville? I mean, we've been to the Walmart there, and if that's the top of their talent, man, I gotta tell you, they got to come a few notches before they even talk to the top shelf. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. That's just reality, okay?
Here's the thing, man. You're not being an asshole. This is what we used to. When I went to the University of Iowa, we had a guy that was a roommate from Pocahontas, Iowa, with the name of the actual name of the town. There you go.
Vicky Guerrero's a nice lady.
But what he used to say was, Jesus Christ, that girl could be a 10 in Pocahontas. And it's the whole thing is like, Tom, you're probably a fucking 9 in Algona.
You know what though? Here's the thing though. Apparently there's some single farmers in that area that like to come into the town and drink on Saturday nights. That's all I found out. Now going to the shows in Algona, that's a whole different story because that's a nightmare seeing some of these fools in Algona. Which, if you guys are interested in Algona, this next Saturday, Absolute Wrestling will be returning to the Algona VFW. However, nothing is worse than Fort Dodge. I tell you what, I've never seen more cracked out meth heads in my life. If I could count the number of teeth, I would, because I guarantee you there's more people than teeth in that fucking room every time we're in Fort Dodge, okay? These people are disgusting. They're vile. I really hope to God they stay away from me. I've had several people ask me how they get into professional wrestling at the Fort Dodge shows, and I tell them, first of all, give me space, at least 6 feet, social distancing and all. And they're like, we don't believe in that. I go, you don't believe in fucking toothpaste either. So like, get away. Just give me some space. Your breath stinks. Your body stinks. I need you to give me some space. And then I will tell them where they can go to possibly be a professional wrestler. The Vault and the training center for Impact Pro Wrestling and a lot of the guys that we work with there in Iowa. I don't know why I'm like feeling like I'm in pitch mode right now. Because just ranting and raving about the disgustness that is Iowa.
Things were going fine until Mike brought up top shelf rats, and then you went off on the fucking. You're off into the fucking ozone.
It's gonna happen, man. All right.
Very true. Oh,
yeah. Listen, they're gonna have to bring a lot more than the nose plugs for me. They're gonna need to bring a brown paper bag for themselves.
Are you telling me that when you go down to Fort Dodge, you're like, fuck this place, I'm not even gonna shower?
I shower. I want to make sure that they know what cleanliness smells like, what good looks look like. Okay. I need them to know that I am not there for a long time or a good time. I'm there to do the damn job and get the fuck out of town. Then they all know that too, because I say it repeatedly. Alan commentary for Absolute Pro Wrestling shows down there. I tell them directly, like, this town, if it burns to the ground tomorrow and all these people flee into the fields, it's probably for the best. Okay. Like they can wander about the fields for as long as they want.
You really
I
need
mean,
to support that.
it doesn't take much, maybe, but it
Anyways.
took up some time.
I don't think there's gonna be many. I don't think there's gonna be any top shelf rats on the boat. To be honest, there's more guys than gals. Well,
Yeah, I'm guessing probably the percentile is somewhere between 85 and 15, right? Male to female.
it's probably not that bad.
Jeez, Mike. The
Yeah.
I'm off.
No.
All right, man. I'm gonna mute Mike here for a second. We're not gonna look at his.
Leave him alone.
Freedom of speech, Tom.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, I'm a co-host on the show. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit of barrage here from everybody around.
No, you're not. You're not. We're all again, this is just like I was telling you last week or the week before. I think it was the week before with Whitney. We just want to see you succeed and be happy, Tom. And you're not taking it the right fucking way.
Well, first of all, I'm a success in everything I do because I do it the top shelf way, which means it's going to be successful. That's first and foremost. Says everybody who's ever come around me. You think I get people who actually criticize me and critique what I do? No, I get nothing but praise and adulations wherever I go, my friend. Okay. And yes, this is very close to getting a wrestling promo range. Okay. So I'm going to cut back. I'm going to roll this back a little bit. It's a little bit too much. But
What's up, Clint?
Clint Dye understands. He's been to Fort Dodge. He understands what kind of horrible ass town that is. Tina has too. I don't know why the hell she's even trying to defend that place. It's horrible. God awful.
It's not as bad as you make it sound. But anyways,
probably not, but I'm going to pretend for sure that it is.
But people should go to that Algona show this weekend, though. Absolutely. It's going to be a good one. Last for the year for them before some big shows coming next year. So watch for that. Yeah, man. We were talking about the cruise. Tina didn't defend. She just laughed at you. Well,
yeah, that's fair.
All she does. So, 2 floors below us is the theater. Oh, this is, I think, where we come in. Deck 7 is where we go, we walk into when we.
So then we have to go up levels. I'm all about that, my friend.
Yes, yeah, because the atrium's right here, so we'll come in here somewhere. But yeah, this is where they have the theater where they'll do shit, the store.
Tom, you can watch movies in there.
Sushi, which is extra. The teppanyaki is extra, but the Lotus Garden's free. You get noodles and shit.
Dude, JR, if I'm watching a movie, it's better be Tommy Boy or something that I can enjoy.
No, it's not going to be something. It's going to be a wrestling movie, for fuck's sake.
If it's ready to rumble, I'm in.
They do play. God, what were they playing on the ship TV station? It was I think it was just movies Jericho was in. So MacGruber. That's the only one I can remember right now. But
I feel like if there's karaoke, I gotta do a song. I gotta do that "You're So Vain" song, right?
Well, here's the deal. I'm old, dude. I'm old. I usually don't hang too much in karaoke, but apparently late at karaoke is where it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to at least check it out. I generally do not appreciate or like karaoke. I think there's too many people who take it far too serious. And I can see that Chris Jericho might be one of those two. Listen, guys, if you can't sing the classics, I don't want you. It's all right, buddy, just take it down.
No.
Bring it down.
And then the Bliss Lounge is on that, which still have stuff going on.
3 times. 3 times. You only have 3 words, and it's all the same word. That's all you need to know for tequila, baby.
Yeah.
So
that was fun for me. I got to dance around like an idiot.
You got to say it the right way. You don't use your regular fucking voice.
Tequila.
Oh, fuck.
How do you say it then if you do that song? Don't come after me with this if you don't got a fucking comeback.
Tequila.
Oh, you fucking jackass.
Oh,
That's
you're the
exactly what I
jackass.
said.
No, it
That's
isn't.
exactly
It
how I
isn't. No,
sounded.
we both said the same word, but you said it like ugh.
Tequila.
You can't do it though, because
It's
that guy
gotta
already
be.
has the video going viral where he does tequila on karaoke.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Jericho, now this is just something since we're talking about the cruise. Have you guys ever seen the little comedy series that Jericho did for the CBC?
I saw like
called-
one episode, long time. It was like YouTube.
No, it was on it was on Canadian broadcast. It's probably you can probably find some of them on YouTube now, but I remember that was back before geo blocking, and I remember watching it on CBC, thinking, "Jesus, this is funny." And it's 2 seasons. I think it's maybe 16, 18 episodes, something like that. But it's really funny.
Nice.
Would that be on Chris Jericho's IMDb page?
It would be.
It would be, yeah. Yeah, man, Tom, one deck below us is food. That's 24/7 at O'Sheehan's.
You just bring your
Doing it right.
mattress right down there by the table.
I don't think there's anything on our deck except cabins. What's on deck 10? Cabin.
It's whether they have Chris Jericho in here and not Chris Irvine or Irvine.
No, it's under Chris
know?
Jericho.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's an act. Like, that's his stage name. Like this is IMDb, man. Like, he hasn't changed his name over to Chris Jericho.
The Big Show sitcom. I remember that.
He's known for MacGruber, Jay and Silent Bob reboot, Terrifier 2, but I'm Chris Jericho.
That's it.
Is that what it is? Is that the fucking sitcom?
Yeah.
What a narcissist. Fucking this
No,
guy.
no. It's you got to watch it. It's funny. On IMDb,
Apparently it might be available on Prime.
Probably not because it's Canadian.
Well, it doesn't mean it can't be on Prime.
Well, you can go look. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's pronounced Amazon Prime.
Amazon.
And the smile is just surrounded by Canadian or Maple Leafs.
I need to see Terrifier 2. I just saw Terrifier 1 and like the prequel, that All Hallows Eve, this last weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Don't talk to me
Terrifier?
about horror films. That's not my.
It's just a creepy clown that like kills people in a very gory way. He legitimately sawed some chick in half while she was like hanging by her feet upside down. It was
nice.
That sounds fun.
This sounds fun.
Fuck, dude.
Wait.
I think when you say Terrifier 2, I'm like, hey, that's something I did in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's probably No.
Should we redo our name? Call it Terrifier 2 count. Brother.
Terrify number 2. Deck 12, Tom. There you go. That's where your happening's happening.
With the ring and all that stuff.
Well, you got your stage. The ring uses right in front of the gazebo usually. One pool is open. The big thing to know though, Tom, is right on the other side of the stage. That Garden Cafe is the buffet that's open basically all day and night too.
Day and night, baby. That's where it might be. Tom? What's that?
Are you going to bring a fishing pole with you?
How fucking hilarious would that be if we're
fishing
the
off
only
the balcony?
Fucking yahoos that show up to this tropical cruise and we got fucking tackle boxes and like fucking fly rod. Like, yeah, we'll catch a big one today.
Walleye here in the Gulf of Mexico.
I'll tell you what.
The ocean trout.
So as I recall, when we got off the boat at port, because I certainly wasn't on this one, but we got off in the Bahamas, and there's fucking little fish all over the goddamn place, and it's like, holy shit! It would be fun to catch some of that stuff, and I'm sure they're bigger stuff too, but and then we went and did a snorkeling excursion. And that's like I was telling you, they know they got you. They didn't have enough fucking equipment for everybody. No, you only die if you get a swordfish and try to haul it up to the balcony.
Well, so, and here's a problem too. Like, you know, I've seen some of these excursions that people have been mentioning. You know, Ace and I talked about a little bit, I guess, last week too, even beforehand, like the Lucha excursion. I think that would be kind of fun if you're, you know, going to port there in Cozumel and you're going and watching a live in Mexico Lucha Libre. Yeah,
that one sold out. Like,
but if it's you know, it could easily be something where it's like all the cast of characters on the boat are just doing that show then too. So there's all with masks on, just to be those fucking guys.
That would be hilarious. But you know, so like with all the wrestlers and everybody, though, that day in Mexico is a day for them to all go out and do shit too. So like all the talent and stuff, they'll be out and enjoy the Cozumel as well. Like the first time we went, like all of them, like Kenny Omega and like the Bucks and Tuco or Scorpio, like they all went to the fucking Atlantis place.
Oh yeah,
and did like the water park that day. Like that's the thing about the cruise too, is like they're all kind of on vacation too. You know what I mean? Like they're working, but it's also kind of a vacation too. So like that's why it's kind of a cool mesh,
right?
You know what I mean? 13 is where you can smoke, and it's the jogging track and the sport coat. They got some bars up there.
Tom, I'm sure you're going to do a lot of jogging and smoking.
So this goes down though. Like if you get up here for the shows, this is good spots, man. Looking down onto the pool deck, but it fills up. Like people will go wait like an hour and a half before like a show, and
I'll take a morning jog.
There you go.
Yeah, do it, dude.
That sounds about right. I mean, hell, we stood in line for WrestlePalooza there, just waiting to get inside for an hour just to get a decent spot, and I just realized, like, who cares?
Tom, it says they have golf.
What?
I think you get to knock golf balls into the ocean.
Nah, I'm sure it's just a swinging court thingy.
I bet you knock them right into the ocean.
That'd be fun if they let you did that, though.
International waters, no gives a fuck.
What's on 14?
Well, there's biodegradable balls too, like, and they're made for like people who live on lakes and put out like a little green on like a raft or something like that in their lake or something. So
just between you and me, my balls are biodegradable.
I would do that for fucking sure, dude.
That's gross.
Oh yeah, bring that down.
It's weird that you're seeing all this, because when I pulled it up the website earlier today, I couldn't see any of this shit.
I don't know, it might have not. Well, this stuff came out a couple weeks ago.
And I don't care about repping your deck. But yeah. I think I'm going to try and find some shit at Goodwill before Christmas.
No, here's
or
what
maybe
you should
like
do
right
to
after
rep your
Christmas when
deck. So
shit
you guys
comes
are
back
on
to
9,
Goodwill.
right? You guys are on 9, right? You
Mhm.
should get a little tape player and a Bluetooth speaker and just put the Beatles number 9 on continuous loop and play it full blast.
That sounds like we'll get in trouble. Yeah, I guess I'll try to find like a wrestling shirt. I don't know. So like, yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy looking for anything yellow for the rep your deck. Favorite wrestler, Rockstar. So this is where it gets a little more intense, Tom. This is where people are going cosplay. I don't plan on going hard on this again.
Go as Conrad, Ace. Seriously.
That could work.
Explain it to half of the people.
I
went as KO the first year and it was fine. It worked. It was pretty like fine, but I'll
just go as myself. I'm my favorite wrestler and or rock star.
You're not either of those things.
I am not necessarily a wrestler, but I'm my favorite wrestling personality. I mean, come on, seriously, who's better than Top Shelf Tom Chilstrom?
Do you need a list?
A lot of people.
Fucking start naming them, boys. We got time. Let's go.
Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Give me a phone.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, hold on. You think CM Punk is better than me?
Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Marissa Tomei. I mean, Melissa Monet. I mean, whatever her name is, Mercedes Monet. Although the other ones that I named are better than you. Let's see. Miro. Kip Sabian.
Again, this is your opinion. None of these are actually fucking facts.
No, it's not an opinion. They're all facts, and you know it.
No.
Let's see. Well, Conrad.
Again, I
will say this
before you go on.
If you, by the time we go on cruise, if you get rid of the mustache and let it fully grow in again, you could totally pull off a chubby Sheamus.
You absolutely could.
Oh, come on, man. Why are you doing that to me? Why you gotta go that route?
Because I was a chubby KO, and it was awesome. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, if you keep the mustache.
A red-headed Hulk Hogan. Just
the other thing is, Tom.
I had all black like he did when he was in Hollywood.
Tom, you could also pull off, if you shave everything and get your hair done properly, you could pull off a Dexter Lumis pretty good too.
Yeah, with the stash.
Just not talk to anybody the whole fucking day.
Yep, just stare the fuck at.
And that's easy. All you need is a black shirt, a black pants, and black gloves.
Just.
I mean, and
it does just make sense.
That would be like I just don't think I could wear the bald skull cap all night. I'm not shaving my head.
On the boat, I bet that'd be pretty hot. You'd have your head would just be soaked.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's just stupid.
So again,
I wouldn't do that.
This is the fifth one. So I've been on 2. They've done 2 since, right? So like I don't know if this happened on the last 2, but it happened on the second one, dude. Late at night, because like shit. He's Farva.
Thanks, Mike.
I mean, yeah, Farva would work. That like because everything's like kind of backed up to each other, so like a band will play, right, and then like maybe hour in between that you're gonna get a wrestling show. Later in the evening, though, it's kind of like bam, 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 right? So sometimes you're kind of just staying in one spot for like multiple hours. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like I don't know. I don't want to go. I just don't know if I want to do all the dressing up and stuff. Have to go back to the room and do that, like, you know what I mean? And then wear the shit all night. Like, if it's something very like the Dexter, the that one's actually, or what was it?
Dexter Lumis.
Is that his? Okay, that could work because that's super just minimal, man. You don't have to do anything.
Just
a long sleeve black shirt, black jeans, black shoes, and black gloves, right? I guess.
Yeah, he has a mustache, so.
Exactly.
So here's the whole thing. This is just holdover from Movember.
Well, and that's why I said I didn't know if you were going to keep it by the time the cruise happens.
So the plan is here's the grand plan to entertain my nephews. Is I'm going to try and grow the stash out, grow the beard back. I'm going to try and be Yukon Cornelius for Christmas time. Okay, not with like it's saying like zigzag of the mustache, but you know if I can get to kind of go straight out or like curl a little bit, like we'll be happy. Yeah.
Dude, if I don't think anybody would look at you sideways if you went as Yukon Cornelius when it was favorite wrestler and rock star night, because goddamn Yukon Cornelius is a rock star and he wrestled the Bumble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You know, the crazy thing is, here's how many Funko Pops, like this is how far they've gone. They have the whole like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer cast. So there's a Yukon Cornelius Funko Pop out there.
Yeah, there is. There is. I've seen it.
It's a lot, man.
If we're getting on that kind of reach, could I just dress up as like Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, he was a wrestler back in the day.
Only if it's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer or Hunter.
A steak in my back pocket. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. What is the last one? Prom night. It'll be just like high school, only more or less awkward, slow dancing, more pro wrestling. I don't know if I'm going to do anything for the prom night.
You do like I did for my real prom and go get sick in somebody else's hotel room. Ruin prom for like everybody.
Damn it,
Way to go,
JR.
JR. Way to go.
That's why I didn't get invited. I don't get invited back to any of the reunions.
I will say this though, if that happened to you
serious?
at prom night and this is where you are now, that's definitely you failing up, by the way, man. Like you have definitely raised the bar from where you started. Good job, bud.
How did you getting sick in a hotel room ruin the whole prom for everybody?
Because I wasn't staying at the hotel room; it was somebody else's room.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean every. Well, I mean, hold on.
I didn't.
Now,
I
did
didn't.
you and your
I
sister
did.
graduate together?
Say again.
Did you and your sister graduate from homeschool together? Is that what this is? You just had a
No.
2-person prom?
That's not funny, Tom.
It kind of is.
Not really.
All right,
No. So I and 3 other guys who were dateless decided we're going to go over to the hotel where everybody was staying and start getting liquored up while the prom was going on. And then when everybody came, I was so blasted. And ended up blacking out and puking in somebody's room. Pretty, but that was, I'm thinking that was some birth control.
Okay, let's
we can use the room.
Rewind it.
We can use the room, or oh shit, he puked in there. Well, baby, you want to go out to the car for a while? I don't know. I'm passed out drunk. They probably thought I was dead.
My God, what a horrible existence to know that that's where you came from. Is snow cones with Nesquik on them, fucking puking at prom. God, like JR, you literally have, again, you are the example we all should be looking for as far as somebody who has failed upwards in their life. I mean, what college did you go to?
University of Iowa.
So you're a Hawkeyes graduate. Like, that's great. I mean, again, and now you live in a state that's actually a success as far as the rest of the union is concerned. I mean, heck yeah, dude. Good for you. You've made it. You're on the 2 count with a guy like me and a guy like Ace. Heck yeah, dude.
And he's hockey.
This is the dream come true for you, man. If that's where you started to now, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's 70s, 80s, 90s prom. Oh, yeah, probably not doing anything for that.
You could probably just go and sniff cocaine the whole time.
Yes, especially for an 80s prom.
I didn't notice. Yeah, notice I didn't say snort it. I said sniff it. There's a difference. It's subtle.
Sniffing, you're not doing the whole ingesting.
That's
just
right.
Walk
You're
around
just like
with like a gallon bag, Ziploc bag of just.
Yeah, just bring some powdered sugar with you and go to town.
Is that going to be part of our venture to the store for our boat amenities? Hey, where do you guys have some powdered sugar? Or do you know anybody in Miami I can get some real booger sugar?
Oh, well, hey, you know what? It's not always real when you think you're buying it real in Miami. We know someone that's a true testament to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't. That's the thing. Like, I've had my kind of apprehensions this whole time as we get closer to the cruise, but I am genuinely getting excited about it, not even because of who they've announced, because it's been a few people here and there. Danielle Monet is probably the one I've been most excited about, just because.
Weird.
Yeah, she's very pretty. I don't know. I'm sure I'm not also the only person who's only been excited about that person they've announced so far.
That's why I'm saying. Well, we can look and see who's all the
who's been announced so far. This is our slight Jericho
we'll
preview.
We'll get some other people who are going on the cruise like the week before we leave. So obviously Chris Jericho. So this is how they get away with not sending anybody good. Wrestling presented by AEW, because anyone involved in any serious storylines, they will not be on the boat. They will be on our TV shows.
True.
Which sounds like also things aren't so good backstage in AEW. Again, Crazy. Anyways, guest of honor is Mr. Paul White. Big show. So they probably will play his Disney show on loop in the TVs. Like, right? Why wouldn't they? Santino Malala. This poor guy is gonna get asked to do the stupid accent that whole week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you think
it's
with his,
but it's
I was just
hilarious.
gonna say, yeah, his recent time in Impact, he kind of was able to draw away from that, so that's not bad.
No, but I mean, I would pop hard if he does it. The John Cena, you got the big mouth, John Cena. Who else? Guest cruise director CJ Perry, otherwise
Very
known as
nice.
Lana. So I wonder if we'll get Miro then, since he's not really doing anything else. Brad Williams making his third or fourth time on the cruise now.
He's on every cruise, isn't he?
He was not on the.
Wasn't on the first one, right?
First one, correct? Yeah, he wasn't on.
He's been on every one since. He's a. I wonder if we could ever get him back on here again.
Yeah, he's a 2-count OG.
I tried. He hasn't gotten back to us. But then we get into these special guests. We got Bully Ray and Devon, Mr. Jim Ross, Matt Cardona, Ultimo Dragon. That's very cool.
Wow. Ultimo Dragon. Oof.
Yeah, right. Jerry Lynn.
He doesn't have that hair anymore.
No one has that hair anymore. This is
right.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Gangrel. Oh, Buffett the Stuff. It's going to be on board. Steph DeLander. Giselle Shaw. Bushwhacker Luke. The Monty. Jacques Rougeau. Excited to see Mike Speedball Bailey in action.
Yeah.
That is one guy I have not gotten to see live. So I'm pumped for that. Gotta imagine he's going to get a pretty good match. That's usually you get some like cool scenario matches on this boat, like how we got was it the Bucks? It was the Bucks of Jericho versus Cody, Omega, and Hangman on the very first one. It was great. Missy Hyatt's old ass.
I wonder if Missy Hyatt's boobs are below her waistline now.
I don't know, but I got a feeling she might be a top shelf rat. So
Missy Hyatt had enormous.
Tom's gonna find out.
And my theory, if it works, is as women with that type of huge breast get older, they tend to ride a lot lower in the water. If you know what I'm saying.
Thanks for anatomy lessons there, JR. I actually have some old WCW cards from like 91, and I have a couple of Missy Hyatts. Maybe I'll just bring those on, see if I can get them signed.
Fuck yeah.
Bring it. The big thing is, like, wait for the appropriate time.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh, Missy Hyatt.
Because then it ruins it. Like, you could be like, oh, hey, Missy Hyatt, and maybe, like, take a picture or something. But, like, other than that, when they're out and about, just you just treat them like another guest. Of course, Danielle Monet, Summer Rae. I'm guessing this girl's going to have about 2, 3, 4 security guards around her at all times.
Most likely. Can I volunteer? I've done security before.
Me too. RJ City.
I apologize.
RJ City's awesome. And so I got to work with him back when David Arquette was doing a little comedy run. And then he went up and did that fucking deal they did up in Walker, whatever the hell that was. Remember that? The Mania or whatever the hell. I still have, I think somewhere, I don't think it's on here, but me and that stupid fucking mask having David Arquette say, I don't know who this fucking guy is or whatever. But RJ City's awesome. And I think he's funny. I don't know how good a wrestler he is. I've never seen him wrestle.
A lot of times since he's got in the ring, so.
Yeah, but he is absolutely, I think, gold in his role.
Nice, yeah. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Michael Okui. Here's where I get lost, guys, because I'm not a huge rock guy. You know what I mean? I like some rock, but obviously we're going to see Fozzy like 3-4 times on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
One set though is all cover tunes. That's a fun set. I don't know who the Georgia Thunderbolts are, but they're going to be there.
They're not the Georgia Satellites.
They are not. Trickster is going to be there.
That's 80s hair band.
Okay. The Bullet Boys are going to be there.
Yeah.
I've heard of them. They're,
No clue.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Jukebox. Not sure who they are, but I'm pretty sure the dude in front is the guitarist for Fozzy. So it must
Probably going to be a cover band.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing.
Yeah,
must
100%
be
going to be cover band.
and that is what's fun about this cruise, though, is like I don't know who those guys are, and they're going to do all their original shit. But then you get like the Foo Fighters, which is a Foo Fighter cover band.
Yep.
Femme Halen. He always has a all female like cover band too.
Nice.
So Femme Halen will be there this year. Quarantine, which I think was like kind of like a cover. I don't know, it was something he did during quarantine. James Durbin and the Lost Boys. Les Carlson, The Nocturnal Affair. Dave Spivak Project. He's always on it. Amongst the Giants, Brian Fox and the Good Chickens. And then the Vaudettes featuring Shala Guerrero, her little dance troupe. We're going to get some live Busted Open with David LaGreca, as well as this Paranormal with Dave Schrader. And I don't know who these two are. Do you know who the comedians are? Eleanor.
I got to get my fucking glasses on.
Okay. Eleanor Kerrigan and Johnny LaQuasto.
Johnny LaQuasto, I know his name. I don't know who Eleanor is.
I've heard of Eleanor, but I have not seen any of her any long sets, just a few things here and there on Instagram or wherever.
This one kind of surprised me. Usually next to Brad, there is usually like another pretty bigger name in stand-up.
I'm sure Ryan Nemeth will do it, or Nick Nemeth.
So, yeah, I don't know.
They might be on the cruise as a tag team. It'll be that time.
And then they always do the head bartender is a Red Cup Jeff, which I'm not really sure the story behind that guy, but he's there. He's been on like all of them, I think, too. And then, of course, the Goodwill Ambassador, Mr. Ted Irvine. Funny story, the very first cruise that we went on, the very first, like, I don't know, hour we were on it, we were walking around, and I had a Yankees hat on. And Ted Irvine walked by. I was like, yeah, New York, Yankee fan. I was like, yeah, kind of. Not really. I just like the hat. But I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, and then he shows me that he just puts his hand out. And I knew who he was the whole time. I'm like, oh, it's Jericho's dad. He puts his hand on. He's like, hey, and he shows me like the Ranger Hall of Fame ring. And I'm just like, that's amazing, Mr. Irvin. It's a pleasure to meet you. And blah, blah, blah. He's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. I don't think there's anything else to share on here, unless you guys want to see how much we paid.
No, I mean, and here's another thing, and we haven't seen Dan yet in the chat, but
they're about to board a ship tomorrow, so he will not be on tonight.
But anyhow, he has gotten in the past the Jericho Experience package, which gets you a championship title belt.
Yeah, he did
from
it
the cruise.
Yeah, he did it one time. So that's on here. It's the
yeah, it's like $2,500 extra dollars. I'm like, all right, sons. it's a good looking belt. You can see it right there, but
yeah, $2,500. You and a guest, right? You get the custom belt, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Each belt will be numbered and comes with a certificate of authenticity. Entry for you and a guest into an intimate 30-minute Q&A with Jericho. No questions are off limits. Yeah, whatever. One personal photograph with Chris Jericho on your mobile device. And then a Chris Jericho will autograph one personal item of your choice. So, that's what's cool, because I will tell you this, Tom, it is hard to get things signed on this unless they're doing like actual signings.
Right.
And it's taken them a couple of years to figure it out. I haven't been there the last 2 years, so it's probably a way better thing. They added something else, though. What was it? Was it this? Oh, yeah. The ultimate Chris Jericho 5 Alive souvenir, the exclusive Ron's World guitars.
Jesus. I bet those are expensive.
I just don't know if I would want a guitar. Like,
well, then it's also, you got to probably find someplace to, like a UPS store or FedEx store, to ship it back home. You don't want to carry this on a fucking plane.
No, I'm sure they ship it from the boat, right?
Okay, so all new, completely exclusive to the 5 and Live 2014. Only 15 custom hand painted guitars will be created, and each comes with a private backstage and meet and greet photo op with Jericho. These guitars are only available for advanced purchase, so don't wait. Order yours here today, which leads to. So the whole private backstage meet and greet photo op makes me kind of think you
Hey, Mikey.
order it, and like when Fozzy comes near you, you go and get it, and then do that maybe. I don't think they're gonna have them on the boat. That seems because then you're expecting people to.
I bet Dan already has one ordered.
Probably. I mean, I got to know what Dan's souvenir budget is. I mean, because
Dan
he has spent a lot of money over the years on Kiss and
way more than
wrestling
mine
stuff, and
they were just at the two very last Kiss shows, supposedly ever.
Yeah.
This last weekend, and then went straight to Miami. Now they're about to be on a boat. Come off that boat, go home for a few weeks, so they're going to go back on another boat. And we'll see them on that boat. Let's see what else they got here. Talk is Jericho podcast. That's going to happen. Ooh, photo with Paul Wright. Is that extra? The magic.
It's $100 extra. Yeah.
Wrestler photo sessions, though. They do those, so you can go. And they're pretty cool if you go. Sometimes the lines are pretty small. What's this? Autograph sessions. There you go. So they will have some of that. Oh, drunken spelling bee.
Oh, I'm going to be a part of that for sure.
Let's go, Tom. Make the 2 count proud, brother.
I used to be a top shelf speller. Now I'm just more of a Google. How do you spell?
So participants will be selected first come, first serve 30 minutes before the start time. Look out for the sabotages. Oh, okay. So if you're gonna do that, we're gonna make sure you're there.
Onomatopoeia?
Tom's top rope belly flop. Oh, that's right. That's in your wheelhouse.
Ooh.
Well, it probably is. Yeah, if I'm being real honest, I could do it. I could do some belly flops,
dude. If you can take 4,
they didn't do this on the first 2 cruises. The belly flop.
You can definitely redden that belly.
I'll tell you what. You know what it's going to be. A bunch of people doing 5-star frog splashes from the top rope.
Well, dude, the first 2 cruises when I went, like both times, but the second one, me and Devin actually like went to the pool and hung out for a while and went in it. And it's like, because dude, there's like people who are in the indie scene that are on this boat, and they're there just like doing wrestling moves into the pool on each other.
Right.
Third graders?
Elite is spelled E-L-I-T E. Elite. Thank you. All right. Is that good, Norm Macdonald? Probably not.
The cadence is right. The tone is not.
I didn't know what you're going for.
I mean, as Mike asked for it, I gotta do what the people want every once in a while. Not too much.
Yeah, man. This is. I'm excited for Cozumel. I've never been in Mexico, believe it or not.
Yeah, I got my real ID, so I can get off on ports in the Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico. So
you only get off on one port, though, right?
Yeah, we're only going to Cozumel.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need a passport if you have like your real ID, which is basically the only way to travel on airplanes nowadays, anyways. Yeah. I mean, I can drive into Canada or Mexico if I wanted to. I can't fly in there with that. I can fly domestically with that.
Oh, shit. There's Dan. He's getting on the boat tomorrow.
Oh. Hey, Dan, have you bought the Jericho Experience package with the belt yet? Have you bought one of these guitars that we were just talking about? Please give us the lowdown of what you are doing for the Jericho cruise.
What floor are you guys on, Dan?
Yeah, Dan. What floor are you on?
So like the big
knock at random times. You're not, huh? You getting the guitar then? I assume you're saying he's not getting the belt this time.
How crazy was the last 2 Kiss shows? The 11th floor. Okay, so he's we're on the 9th floor, Dan. So we're just a couple under you.
Sabotage your sleep schedules. Ha 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 ha. I'm a dick.
Yep.
Top shelf dick.
Yep. Which, by the way, we got to get a bunch of magnets ordered for this trip because
Yes, we do.
putting them on everyone's doors. Watch us get kicked off the boat for that.
It's like vandalism, guys. You can't do that. There's it's a steel door. God damn it! What do you want me to do? Then put a sticker on. Damn it! It's a fucking magnet.
Yeah, dude. So like, you guys will get there. What? 2 hours after me? I gotta wait 2 hours for you to get to Miami.
Yeah. So
typically what we do, dude, is we go to the hotel. I know we have to wait to check in, but once we check in, we go to Walgreens and we get the essentials because you can't fly with the aerosol sunscreen. And we're going to need a whole bunch of it. Let's just be honest, between both of us.
Yeah.
We're going to need a whole lot.
It's a lot of red hair and pale skin between the two of us.
You know what I do on the cruise usually? Because I don't want to do it. I bring like a drawstring backpack. And I'm like, here, Devin, wear this while we walk around all day. And I put like my sunscreen and like other shit in it. And I'm just like, because I don't want to wear it. He does it. Whatever.
He's a good kid.
You
Here's the thing. I always feel bad for Devin when we do these wrestling shows and how harsh you are sometimes. But I also realize you're family, so like you can get away with some of that stuff.
He's getting better. Well, and it's not even that. It's more of when it's like when we're doing live shit and it's like oh no.
Oh, that sucks, Dan.
But at least you were there. At least you were there.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Kiss fan goes, and you've with all the shows you've been to, it's probably going to be that way. They are not this is not the original lineup. This is not their prime.
Now, Dan, are you guys doing anything in Cozumel on the Jericho cruise?
Cocaine, lots of it.
We have nothing planned excursion wise. I think we might just take a little walk around the port. Maybe I don't know. Maybe catch a ride to a beach or something for a little bit. We'll figure something out.
See if you can like get hooked up with one of the cartels.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who doesn't need a cartel in? This guy.
Say, hey, we're down here. We're tourists, and we hear all this good things about the cartel. What can you tell us? What can you show us? Any souvenirs we could bring back home?
That next week, JR is just here like, I should have never told him to talk to the cartel.
Fucking, my head's on a fucking stick in Mexico.
Why would that be? The only way that would happen was if you were rude to the cartel. And you would never be rude to the cartel.
I know my limits. I'm not going to go find trouble, JR, okay? I'm a man in a foreign country.
If you stay close to port, you're usually all right. You know what I mean? I will say this. The second year we went, dude, me and Devin, I was like, you know what? We've come to the Bahamas twice in a row. The first time we walked like the mile down to the beach where everybody goes, and it was cool, but it was packed. Oh, is she doing it? That thing sold out quick. It sounded like, Dan. It'll be interesting to hear. I hope she gets some good pictures of that. I'm gonna be interested to see how that ends up going. Danny and Jennifer are going on it. The New Jersey couple that we know that was hanging out with us during Full Gear weekend, who will also be they're in that chat that Tom and I have been very honest in the cruise chat that we're involved in, and we just don't chat like that. Like,
I have blocked
most of them. They're in it. Yeah, I have a lot of chats on mute because I'm not an active, like, dude, I work. I'm usually working a second job. Like, I just don't have time. And if, whatever. Anyways, they're all very, very lovely people, though. And it's going to be cool to meet them and see some of them again. So
you get drunk the night before the cruise. Ha 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 ha. Oh,
there you go. Hulkamania shirts are yellow. Wear those on the Rep Your Deck, whatever.
No. Never will I rep anything.
You're just not gonna wear. Oh yeah, I suppose. Well, who else has wrestling yellow?
I'll go get a fucking NXT shirt. Fuck, AEW has black and gold. I'll rep an AEW shirt, man.
Yeah, it's not gold though. It's yellow.
Okay, sure. All right. Yeah, like the Gophers aren't maroon and gold, right? They're maroon and yellow. Like the Vikings aren't purple and gold; they're actually purple and yellow. Come on, man. Interchangeable.
No, they're not.
No.
No, they're not.
All right,
There's a
bozos.
different hue. There's absolutely a different hue.
Anyways,
Yellow is yellow.
Mm-mm.
anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go to Walgreens and get the essentials because we need the sunscreen, and you will benefit greatly from some liquid IV. You're gonna have like a whole shitload of that in the luggage to make sure we stay extremely hydrated. Because it's gonna be, dude,
the
your
plan
feet,
is not to
bring
go
it-
straight crazy.
well, no, but it's not even just that. It is like, dude, the second night on both of the cruises I went on, like going to bed, I looked at Devin and I'm like, my fucking feet feel like they're going to throb off my body. They're throbbing so hard right now. Like, because you stand and walk so much during this shit. You know what I mean? You're kind of always moving, and if you're not, you're kind of standing around on a deck waiting for a show to start. You know, and then it's just, and then on top of that, the beat down sun and all that, or pray to God we don't get any bad weather where it's like cold and fucking boats like.
I'll have my 2 count sweatshirt with me.
So yeah, man. Plus, yeah, so we'll need to get all that stuff, but you'll have a good time, my friend.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, this is if we set up the 2 count like a business, I could count this as a business trip because I'm going to try and sell the shit out of this show. Everybody should be watching this anyways. All right. We got some of the most premier independent talent. We got some of the best connections in the biz as far as other entertainers, fans, all the like. I mean, this is really the show to be at and to watch, you know? I mean, when people come here, they stay for a while. Look at Dan. He's been here since day 1 before I even started. He should have been gone a long time ago, basically like day 2 of me being on the show, but he's still here. Dan's a trooper.
Dan,
OG with the best of them.
What are you looking forward to the most on the Jericho cruise, Dan?
And don't say the food.
So my guess is like, and Dan will probably know better than I did because it's been a couple years for me, but it's like, I would say in the next few weeks, we'll probably finally get announcement of a lot of the rest of the AEW wrestling talent that's actually going to be there. Which I was hoping for Allie, but fuck those guys.
She's no longer with AEW. I mean, that's the whole thing. They've messed up their women's division a lot. And also some of like the mid-card talent, like the Butcher and the Blade, like there's just not
Yes,
Which one's yellow and which one's gold, Tom?
Gold's
so here's the thing. This monitor I have you guys on right now, actually it started to fail. So there's a blue tint to it. So hold on. All right. So yellow is on the left and gold is on the right.
Mm-hmm. And they're different, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are different.
They're not
again,
really
if you were,
interchangeable, are they?
Yes, they are. For the love of God, they are, dude. I could wear either one of those colors into a Vikings or a Gophers game, and no one's going to give me 2 different looks about it.
I'd be like, why you got mustard yellow on, bro?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. I think you're just doing this as a way to like block me right now, just so people can't see.
I just did it as quick as I could because I wanted to make. I mean, I know you're smart, and I know that you know things. I just don't know which things you know. And clearly, there's a difference between yellow and gold.
Yo, you just said you're not smart.
No, I did not. I never said that.
I'll tell you what. If I can go find an old WCW Monday Night Nitro shirt, I'll wear that on the Rapier deck. I'd rather wear that than a Hulkamania shirt any fucking day. Because that old Carney with the leg drop as a finisher should never been as big as he was. Goddamn charismatic assholes. Vince McMahon, jackass, whatever.
So here's the other thing, though, dude. We'll still have to book our time to get on the boat. and then off the boat.
I didn't know you had to book times.
Yeah, you got to pick like your boarding times and stuff. So,
Mm.
I mean, we paid a lot of money for this shit, so we usually try to go on a little earlier than later to be like. But here's the thing, though, Tom. Until we actually get into international waters, the
You're
drink
not
pack-
allowed to swear.
Well, no, it's the drink packages
Fuck off.
don't. The drink packages don't really kind of kick in because you still have to pay tax while we're still at port.
So just drink a lot of water at that point.
Or, just know you're going to have to pay for a couple drinks the first few till we get out there. Well, let's just look up yellow wrestling shirts.
ProWrestlingTees.com/yellow shirts. For all your yellow shirt needs. If you're repping a deck on the Jericho Cruise, here's where you go. ProWrestlingTees.com/yellow. That'd be crazy if that's a fucking... Maybe that is. Who knows? See, and here's another thing I found out with my computer. Is that it's so bogged down on the back end that if I open up other fucking tabs right now and other browsers, it slows me way the fuck down. So I gotta clean this fucking thing up coming up here too. Too much shit on here. Old wrestling shows, audio, fucking ugly ass photos of YouTube jerk offs posting shit
Come
on.
man. Come on, man.
Is that too much?
No, it's just fine. Dan, I got your
Yeah.
picture, and I'm going to edit it a little bit so we can pop it up there quick.
No porn. I don't watch porn on this computer. Thank you, Rapture. No.
So you can't, so...
I can get a collision shirt. Yeah.
No, so Collision,
Oh.
the Collision that's the same night we're on the boat. So most of these people we will not... Well, but that's not true, though, because... I don't know, Dan, because Lana's on this poster, but she's already been advertised. Did they pull her? But
Possibly.
yeah, I mean, obviously Sting, Darby, Bryan Danielson, Ricky Starks, Christian.
Well, it's also depending on who's going to be
Samoa
leading into
Joe.
Revolution,
Julia Hart and those guys. Like, obviously, we're not going to see any of those people. But
Ace, I got a bigger picture than that one to pop up. Still uploading though. There we go. There we can see more faces.
But like I said too, though, you got CJ Perry is on this poster, and she's been advertised. So, everything is card subject to change. Yeah, we could get him. See, that's the thing. Like, we could get someone like Omega because he hasn't really been like super prominent. But like, that's the thing with AEW and the change that's going on there. Do you guys feel like they're getting away from what it originally was? I feel like if we see the Bucks and Omega exit AEW in the next couple of years, which it feels like they might, because it feels like they're not exactly the happiest people there anymore. Like, Tony Khan literally just bought something that he didn't create and spent 3 years to run it into the ground and turn it into something different. Sounds like it sounds a lot like another really famous wrestling promoter.
Well, I think for me, I get the feeling, and I agree with you. There is a change, but I feel like that change is more towards a more sport centric rather than sports entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like they're fucking brutal, and the physicality that they do on AEW is unmatched by WWE because WWE just can't do it with their advertisers. They can't do the blood and guts. For some people, the blood and guts is there you go, get one any of those, Tom.
Oh, Tom, here.
What do I see right there in the dead center? A golden AEW shirt.
That's
Well,
yellow.
hold on. Can't we get no? We can go to our site and get that in yellow. That's what I'll do. I'll order the 2 count shirt in yellow.
Can you
I think
see
you
that?
can get yellow.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Hang on. I gotta do this differently. I found the best shirt ever.
Isn't it the 2count.com?
I found the best shirt.
Yeah. By the way, I need to get some bio and stuff. We have a website. I'm paying for it. You know
There it is.
what is it? Fucking can't see it.
God, we're a bunch of old fucks.
No, it's just again, it's the screen, and I got some distance
Shockmaster,
here.
yes.
Okay.
I might buy that one actually and wear it that day. The Shockmaster.
Yeah, that's not a.
Shock the world.
The
Dude,
Shockmaster isn't.
So, I want to talk about this real quick, and about like that promo, and you saw so many of the wrestlers with their back to the hard cam, and obviously there's been a lot of people who got really pissed off about Ric Flair this last week, and Mike and I were there when he did his promo on Rampage with Sting, and his back was to the hard cam, and I was like, he just doesn't learn sometimes, does he? I mean, it's one of the things I point out to the wrestlers when we do like with Absolute, if we're doing the rundown before the shows. I tell all of them, like, hey guys, hard cam is this way, or back to the stage, or across towards the bar, or something like that. It's one of those hard. It's not that hard to do.
There we go.
And maybe Ric Flair got a little disorientated that night. I don't know exactly. Ooh, that's a spicy shirt right there with a little button up. Show some chest hair at the top.
You should get
that. All right. Get the classic WWF logo right there, though. I see that.
Yeah, Warrior. CM Punk. Mega Powers. The Mega Powers. That was yellow. Got a Macho Madness yellow.
Andy Darlings, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mike. And the other thing is too, that in my opinion, they've squandered a lot of the talent that they have, and not used them or booked them properly.
Dan, do they do stuff for this Deck Wars, or is it just the shirt thing?
Mike, he's back with his former fiance Wendy. I guess him and her are back together. I saw Nick Nemeth. That's the one in AEW right now, right? That's not Dolph. He posted a photo of him with Ric Flair and Wendy, I believe, at the airport here in the Twin Cities. So, yeah, I think he is back with her. So Space Mountain is being visited did by at least a few people. And he made the mention, too, in the arena that night that 18 and older with no actually, I think he said 18 to 28. No boyfriends or husbands.
Well, isn't that what got him in trouble?
Yep. Well, that and going too long.
Yeah, he went for fucking ever.
So, Tom, were you at it, Ace?
No, I didn't go. I don't know.
Tom.
I don't know. Somehow Tom was posting shit, but it was posting under my profile on Facebook. So people thought I was there, and I was like, I'm not.
Well, that's because
Luke texted me. He's like, I'm across the ramp from you, and I'm like, I'm at work.
It took a long time to find Luke because I thought he meant because I'm I was on the ramp area as far as when players at Target Center are going backstage or back to the locker room. That's the tunnel. And I kept confusing tunnel for ramp. I'm like, what the fuck? And so then at one point, Luke has to stand up. He's wearing his Madhouse hat. So I could tell him from but he has to stay up standing a little bit longer so I could actually see where the hell he was. I'm like, oh, okay. I had no idea it posted to your stuff, man, because I was just sharing his stories. I wasn't even trying to do any posts and stuff necessarily, but so I don't know how that posted to your stuff unless you have it set up like that, because it doesn't go to mine. I know that.
Well, but I mean, how would it?
I mean, I think
even if it was set up like that, you would have to have my account on your phone somehow. That's what I don't get. You were posting on my personal Facebook page. I don't know how you. On there. Like I said, that's why people were like, "You were there," and I'm like, "Oh." So I told a few people I wasn't going.
Well, that's why it surprised me. I just thought you might have gone and a last minute said, "Yeah, I'll go right at gate time and get a $4 ticket."
No, honestly, actually, I got there, 5 minutes to 7, breezed right in. No one in the lobby of Target Center, no one at the security checkpoint. I mean, obviously there's security guards, but no one was waiting there. And Mike got us in section 104, which is basically you go right up the stairs and it's right there. I mean, you almost couldn't have better seats from where we were, really, outside of if you're on the floor, I guess. But real easy in and out. Row D in section 104. Because they do a few letters and then they start with actual or a few number seats and then row A. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to see Jossie. Him and Rennie D were there in a trios match. I didn't actually watch Rampage back. I probably should, I suppose, but that's a good point.
I saw that because I saw that, Dan. I remember Lorraine from the first 2 cruises. She was super awesome. That was pretty sad. She was pretty young too. That was crazy. The 6-man people are the people who run the cruise, Tom. So if we have issues,
that's where we got it from, is 6-man.
Yeah, so there's usually a few people who are the lead 6-man of the cruise. So that on the actual group page that I invited you to, she'll post stuff. The lead 6-man staff will post stuff on there for everybody. So yeah, I mean, Dan, you'll have to remind me because we're we're just under 2 months out. So yeah, things start happening every few weeks now because we'll have to do our booking times. I think a month out is when we have to start picking times and everything.
Yeah, I think I saw the time off the cruise or whatever. The latest you can get off the cruise is 1 o'clock, and I'm not about that life. If my flight's at 3.
Yeah, my flight's at 11:30, I think. Pretty sure.
I mean, that was the biggest thing, is just making sure off in reasonable enough time to get to the airport. I would hate to say get something to eat at the airport, but
well, you could probably catch breakfast on the boat.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not going to be eating all the time on the boat, but I'm probably sure I'm going to come back at least fucking 5 pounds heavier.
I take that back. I don't fly out till 1:39, so we can get off at 10 and be fine.
Yeah, that'll work. I think that was the thing. You're 2 hours earlier down and 2 hours earlier coming back.
I know, Dan. We were talking about it earlier in the show because I had the whole deck layouts and everything to show Tom kind of where we are. Which that's the other thing too. Yeah, we might want to. I don't remember. Do they have water stations if you bring a water bottle, Dan? You were on the last one. Otherwise, you can order cases of water into your room, which we did that the first year, and that was fucking money. That was a lifesaver. So we might just want to do that. It's not the cheapest.
Well, if we can load up our bags, I'll have some. I'm planning on having at least a backpack to fly with, and then maybe one check bag. So
I don't know if we can bring it on. I would have to look into that. Oh, they do now. So yeah, I guess you could just bring a water bottle.
I'll bring one that has a nice carabiner so I can just latch it on to my belt loop and just carry it around. Just, hey, everybody, this is Tom Chillstrom up top shelf. Hey, I got my water right here. I got my glasses on. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
If they're smart, they'll sell Jericho water bottles in the store on the boat so people can buy them.
Oh, yeah.
If not, I'm sure they'll sell Norwegian cruise ones. Or again, we get to make a Walgreens trip. So,
well, I mean, they actually are encouraging now going through the airport to bring an empty water bottle with you through checkpoint, and then they'll have they have stations at the airport, or just the drinking fountains have it set up to get water there. They're trying to be more green, which is weird because it's also
what is
you can tell people to piss the fuck off and just go buy a bottle.
What is an ear flap hat? And why can't we forget it?
I don't know. Is that one of those warm it's cold, so I need to stay warm? You mean I'm not gonna do that shit.
Could be a
The only
Miami.
hat I might have is, again, I might just raid our 2-count store and just buy. I'm gonna get a yellow one. That's where I'm gonna get my fucking shirt, guys. It's like,
I might just bring my Titleist bucket hat.
yeah, I'll probably end up. Yeah, I'll get a bucket hat for sure because, protects the face enough and the back of the neck a little bit. I'll probably rock some of these Shank of Golf polos I got too. I might get a couple embroidered with 2-count on them, because Lord knows no one else here knows how to fucking promote this damn show. You carny assholes.
Hey, I bought
I
shirts
get that.
when we first did it. It was just the wrong file, so they were blurry.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's all right.
And now somebody's too afraid to get another one.
No, I just haven't done it. That's all. I do need to do it before the cruise, though. That a boy, Danny.
And if anybody's interested in some of these great Shank of Golf t-shirt or polos I'm talking about, go to shankofgolf.com. Use promo code TOPSHELF to get yourself 15% off. I haven't done this in a while. So don't fucking around with me.
Oh, Cannon.
Yeah. Or if you really want to spite me and help a good friend of ours, Canon 69 for 15% off your order. Canon, CONNON,
So
69 for 15% off your order.
How come you get a better deal from him than you?
You don't. It's 15% either way. He just has Canon 69 as his promo code. I'm using Top Shelf.
His is way easier to remember.
Canon 69. Again, I had to
It's
spell it Canon because I'm pretty sure.
in it. I'm sorry. Most people always remember something that had 69 in it.
Maybe, but also I am Top Shelf.
Well, see, but you're kind of forgettable. So,
Oh, I'm sorry, Rapture Gnome. Thank you, Jess, for being here. Jeez, needy. Fuck. Unbelievable. Comes around 2 weeks in a row and just all of a sudden she needs a shout out. Unbelievable.
why don't you be kind to people?
Yeah, people are people. You know what I mean by that. Fucking fake. You know what I mean. People, right?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I mean, I do.
Feel free to use my $1 billion idea. 2-count tuxedo. One piece being Superman, rash guard tuxedo connected to the Speedo. I don't know if I like that idea. They're Mike's. So it's not a $1 billion idea until somebody else does it, right? Golden God on Tom. You gonna kick me in the nuts? Dan, again, how many times I gotta tell you, you gotta be able to raise your leg up to get to him, all right? You gimp son of a gun. How many wrist braces are you up to now? You got 2 or you got 2 on each arm?
He can punch you in the dick. It counts.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, kind of.
Lord knows.
It's like yellow and gold. They're interchangeable.
I'm gonna start calling Bryce the yellow god just to be a dick.
And now it sounds a bit racist.
Oh, I didn't even think of it that way. Jesus Christ, you went through fucking trying to get me canceled over here.
Tom, I am everywhere at all times.
Your mind is, you fucking weirdo. Oh, doesn't hate Christmas, just people. No, I actually do hate Christmas. A few years ago, my sister-in-law got me a sweatshirt that said "Bah Humbug," and then the following Christmas, I wore it at the airport and had a bunch of people laughing at the sweatshirt. I was like, I don't think you guys understand. I don't want you to come talk to me at all.
Leave me the fuck alone.
I'd have to see. Hold on. I gotta wit you. I'd have to see down hard at your age. I'm pretty sure they are dragging on the ground. What? Step down hard at my age? I'm 40 years old. Jeez, Dan, you old bastard. Fucking learn how to type with your crippled hands. Dirt. Yeah,
I'm
that's how I
gonna
get
laugh.
laughs.
I'm gonna laugh if Dan throws you overboard.
Get
If I get thrown overboard, you know that Dan's never allowed on any 6-man cruises ever again. You know that, right?
That's
Yeah, but
not
he'll
true.
be the next guest on the 2 count that week.
Hey, Leo Santel, everybody.
Yeah,
Who didn't,
Leo.
who didn't have a minor stroke?
Cowboys.
My head damn near exploded trying to read that comment. Thank you, Leo, for backing me up on that one. Leo Santel, everybody, if you guys don't know, he's one of the hottest wrestlers in Iowa and through the Midwest right now, man. I got to call plenty of his matches. I know we'll probably miss him. I'm sure you're on the show this weekend in Algona, right, Leo? But he's a great guy. And by great guy, he's aligned himself with Matty Starr, which I'm sure has pissed some people off. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
might be a smart move. Might be a smart move.
So that's what you missed with that Rochester Madhouse show. You missed Leo Santel and Matty Starr forming an alliance. So
I saw it. It looks pretty. I'm pretty excited for it.
Oh.
I'm in for it.
I've never heard of him. Well, Jess, I'm sorry to tell you, you got to get out more then. All right. Again, one of the hottest wrestlers in all of Iowa, soon to explode all over the Midwest.
Fellow Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
fan.
Another Dallas Cowboy fan. Like, apparently, if you live and perform wrestling in Iowa, you're a Cowboys fan. And I'm not going to say anything else, just a Cowboys fan.
Mhm.
Can I say something? I have NXT on right now. Lexus King, this facial hair is some of the dumbest shit. It literally looks like he's trying to outline a butt chin. You know, like it's just
Nice.
it's bad, dude. And I understand, you know, you're trying to make him separate from his dad, but damn. Leo Santel, everybody. Yeah, he'll be with Absolute in Algona this weekend. I'm sorry I can't make it. I got a wedding this weekend, so I will not be there, but you know, do it for the bird. Absolute Pro Wrestling.
I can't make it either due to family obligations. What's this? Oh, this is what Dan sent me before. Yeah, man. You guys got anything coming up this weekend? Should we
Yeah,
I was gonna say I know for sure someone on this podcast has a show this weekend.
Yeah, I'm up at St. Cloud at the Beaver Island Brewery for Silly Beaver Comedy. Seemed like I was just there 2 weeks ago. I mean, but apparently Jonah likes to have me come up because people like me.
Yay.
And at this time of year, if I have my hair down and let my whiskers grow a little bit, they think it's a visit from Santa.
Hippie Santa.
I can't go sit at the mall. I mean, not anybody goes to the mall anymore, but I can't sit at the mall because kids will come up and want to sit on my lap. And I'm like, get the fuck away from me. I'm on break.
Bad Santa
Okay,
in
Billy
real
Bob.
life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm on my fucking lunch break.
Yeah, like I said, I got
Are you doing a toast or anything at the wedding?
nope. I'm not a groomsman. I'm not the best man. I'm not an usher. I'm just going. It's a longtime friend. Glad he's finally getting married. He's
Are
a
you
good kid.
going to bring one of those top shelf rats with you?
No, I'm going to bring a top shelf flask with me though, because I'm pretty sure that they don't have an open bar because of religious reasons.
Man, I just DJ'd a Christmas party Saturday night, and like right after dinner, the owner was like, "You know what? Open bar rest of the night, y'all." And it was at like 7:00, and they had the thing till midnight.
Wow.
I was like, I need a job there, dang.
I'll tell you. Well, you know, actually, it's one of my funnest comedy stories. Is actually I was doing a show at Dangerfield in Shakopee, the Rib Tickler. So that's how they got away without being sued by the actual Dangerfields Comedy Club, is by calling it Dangerfields the Rib Tickler.
Well, the restaurant was called Dangerfields before the comedy was there.
Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there.
Right. Yeah, so that's how they got away with comedy there. But it was my first night of working there. This is when Rick Thorne was booking the room, and it was supposed to be Dave Johnson, the headliner, Mike Lester as a feature, and then me as the host. But Dave Johnson got food poisoning, so John DeBoer was already going to come out and do a guest set, and so Mike Thorne was like, "Hey, just do the headline set," and he does. And there's a company party there, a Christmas party. This is like 2 weeks before Christmas. The owner of the company says, if anybody wants a shirt, I'll buy you a shirt. John DeBoer made like an extra $1,000 that night by selling out of his shirts. He was down to like one meeting when he left that fucking place.
Wow.
Nice.
And Dave Johnson sold 2 shirts the next night. I go, damn it, Dave. I'm so sorry, man. That sucks, dude. But yeah, the power of merchandise, man.
Well, here's
So
the
that
thing.
kind of shit will happen, man. Nobody parties,
But
dude.
here's the thing. If we're honest, I mean, John DeBoer is 10 times funnier than Dave, and I love Dave. Dave doesn't do anything anymore, but John DeBoer is up there. He's a corporate comedian. He is absolutely fantastic, and it's certainly right place, right time. Because I guarantee you that, him being funny probably added to the owner saying, anybody wants a shirt. But regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
How many times did you work at that place?
Yeah, there you go.
How was Craig Gass? I got a story to tell you about Craig Gass real quick too, if you wonder, Dan. I assume he was very funny. So Craig Gass was booked somewhere in the Twin Cities on Friday, Saturday night, and when Goonies still had their open mic in Rochester, Minnesota, which for those of you that aren't from around here, it is about, depending on where you are in the cities, it's about 90 minutes away. Craig Gass came down because at that time, Goonies had the only open mic that he could get to, I guess. So he comes down and there's a packed house, and we're like, Craig Gass is coming down. Oh, awesome. Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, so Craig Gass does 30 minutes, absolutely stellar material for about 12 people. And it was one of the best things I'd ever seen. But yeah.
Dude, that was like when Joe Coy played the Civic Center in Rochester and only like the first 3 rows had people in it.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't advertise it. And when he walked out, he was just like, he literally was like, this is it. And everybody in the crowd was like, yeah.
Rochester, baby.
And he was just like,
hooray.
All right.
I mean, how many people have been booked to work at that Civic Center because it's ill run and they cancel. Like Tracy Morgan was scheduled to be there. He canceled because he wasn't selling any tickets. And if these guys are doing shows that are like to generate, if they're door deals for them.
But then that fucking Wisconsin YouTube dude who's a comic now comes here and he sells out the first show right away that they have to add a second show and fucking like
Charlie Behrens, is it?
Yeah, that guy. Or
because everybody's watching his shows,
him or like fucking who's the other one that was just here? The fucking puppet guy.
Oh, Dunham.
Yeah, and it's like, why are people going to this?
Because here's the thing in Rochester, and I don't want to get political, but there is a dumb level, and Jeff Dunham plays to the lowest common denominator.
Dude, I'll tell you what. That's why I was extremely proud of how everything played off for Madhouse in Rochester.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, that was a packed house. And I didn't know if we'd be able to pull that off. So, Gass did 60 minutes of his Gene Simmons and Kiss stories. That's awesome.
Okay, Craig Gass is one of the best and most underrated impersonators that there is, aside from the stories, Dan. I hope he did a lot of the impersonations, but God, He is so good, and people may or may not know that I think he still does. I think he still does some of the voices on Family Guy.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Sorry, Mike.
All
Well,
right. Do you guys? I think we could kind of wrap up. I think we're out of everything. But I was gonna say, do you guys want to? Do we want to put it out there for? Because we did a holiday party last year.
I was to say first, quick, Mike, your mom and my mom might be best friends.
I'm probably gonna say maybe.
Well, no. So I was thinking the 19th.
Yeah, I'd be down.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it on Christmas, the day after Christmas.
On Boxing Day.
Do we want to do a show the day after Christmas or not?
I would say no. I'm gonna be out of town anyways. It's really up to you guys.
If I'm honest, you guys, I would. I mean, to me, I'd be just happy to not do one the day after Christmas, and obviously, then the next one is going to be the day after New Year's. I mean, and I don't know what you guys are going to be. I will be back here. I will be here. I'll probably have to be working, but then I've got the second and the third, and then I got to go to Las Vegas.
Well, I think we should do the second at least.
Really?
I mean, we have to start the year off, right?
Not gonna take 2 weeks off.
Do we have a guest for the second?
Doesn't matter.
We should
have a guest
get
for next week
for this. We don't have a guest today. I like it, honestly. I like it when we don't have a guest because while we do ramble a bit, it's not all wrestling centric, which I think sometimes is good.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yes, it was very funny tonight. You're right.
Well, either way, though, we'll throw an invite out to all our past guests for the 19th to come by and say hello. We'll make that the holiday show this year.
So, what are you saying
next week we might have a guest? I'm waiting for confirmation.
Are you saying that the guests on the 19th will be interchangeable, like yellow and gold?
Listen here, fucktard.
Look, in the business, Tom, and you know this, they call it a callback, for fuck's sake.
I know. That's why I got to act mad again.
That, and then I can't come back with it? Of course I'm going to. That's why
I got to act mad again. Jesus.
All right. Yeah, so we'll be back next week. Possible guests again. I'm still waiting on confirmation.
If he gets confirmation, it's going to be an awesome guest, you guys. I mean, one of the... And there's no fooling. The show going off the rails is a gigantic possibility.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yes. If we get who we want,
Dan, have fun on that boat.
All right, Dan.
Yeah.
We'll see you when you get off, and yeah, we're getting excited to get closer and closer to the cruise.
Yeah. If you try and touch me on the cruise, I will sue. All right. Fucking throw me overboard. You're dead. You're dead, man, in court.
Do it like the first night, though, so then, I don't have to sleep in the same room with him.
Fuck yeah.
God damn, dude.
Tom, I got a feeling you're probably going to enjoy sleeping on the balcony more than anything else while you're fishing.
I mean, depending on the weather and stuff like that, yeah, we might be able to crack the balcony door open. I mean, hell, can we situate a hammock out there?
Just look super fucking dumb and, board the boat and waiters. Yeah. I'm gonna go stand in the water and fish in the ocean.
Oh, hey, we got some time to go fishing.
Waders with a freaking inner tube around my waist, though, so I can float.
I wanted to go in the pool, but I didn't want to get my feet wet.
Comfy shoes, Tom.
I can wear the sandals. Here's the thing. You do know that my job is a little bit different than yours, right? I'm not at a desk all day. I do walk. I do work. I'm on my feet all the time. I do work the door at Dusty's, so I'm standing the whole night through.
But yeah, it's a lot of standing in the same spot for a very long time.
Yeah, and what I do at Dusty's working the door, baby.
Yeah, but for 72 hours straight. There you go, Dan. That again, that'll be like 2 hours once we're on the boat.
Piced up.
He
Learn
needs-
how to spell. You arthritic fuck.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Tab. You're like sitting here like, well, I'm not gonna eat like a whole lot on the boat, but I'm gonna gain some weight. I'm like, dude, it's free fucking food. I'm gonna eat as much as I can this whole trip.
Oh no, I'm going to eat. I will be eating quite a bit, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not going for the food. It's gonna be good meals. Obviously, like, I won't eat, but if we have
make
Disco
sure
Inferno on next week, man, I got some words for this motherfucker.
I mean,
Stay
when
in
you,
your lane.
Tom, when you go for your daily jog, make sure you carb a load ahead of it.
Well,
Yeah,
Disco
right ahead of
Inferno, he was supposed to be on the very first cruise. Did you guys ever hear this story? JR,
Yeah.
you heard it.
I have
Did you
not.
hear this, Tom?
Mm-mm.
It's funny you brought that up, Mike, while we've been talking about the Jericho cruise. So the very first Jericho cruise, Inferno is supposed to be on it. And like, Dan, if you're still here, correct me if I'm wrong. Like a couple weeks out, he hits up Jericho to be like, so like, what do I need for this cruise? And Jericho is like, well, you need a passport. Well, I don't have a passport. And he's like, what the fuck you mean I don't have a passport? It's expired. I don't have a passport. Okay. Well, if you have your birth certificate and like something else, well, I don't have my birth certificate. And so like fucking Disco Inferno didn't think ahead and be like, I should find out what I need to get on the boat and go to the Bahamas, and waited till like right before the trip to hit up Jericho. So like in the opening toast on the very first cruise, Jericho's just talking mad shit about Inferno and how he's like a fucking idiot and a dumbass. Like, who the fuck doesn't like? I think his like license was expired too. Like it was just like nothing was working for Inferno to make it on the boat. So then when they in the first cruise, we were on there the day like we got off on Halloween Day. So that night before they did the Halloween party, and like he played, and he was like dressed as like. It was like a dress as like he was fucking dressed as Inferno as a joke, like with the giant nose and shit. It was pretty fucking funny. But it was just like, yeah, so the whole week, dude. And then because Conan was there and they did the podcast. Right?
Been there, Dan.
Yeah.
Done before.
So yeah, Conan was on the boat and they did the podcast. So then like that whole podcast live from the boat, all they did was talk shit about how dumb Inferno was and how he didn't even think about like the logistics and hey man, you're getting on a cruise boat and you're gonna be going to the Bahamas, like you need to prepare for this trip. And like that whole trip, people just talked shit about Inferno. It was the running joke the whole fucking weekend. It was hilarious. Yeah, right. You never played the Open tonight.
Oh, I didn't.
No.
Well,
but you could play the close.
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta find where everything is. Oh man, I'm so behind. I'm behind.
I could do it.
Welcome to the show. Let's see what else.
Oops, that was not the close.
That was the Open.